Shalom uvracha, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope things are good by you. It's like I have those amazing life experiences, those amazing moments that in every one of them I'm willing to share and to to express my feelings, the wisdom that I feel that must be shared, and and every moment you're finding yourself rising and jumping to the next level, to the next place, and no longer able and connected to that last very exciting one that you had. But there are very deep things that I want to share with you. There are very honest thoughts that I'm willing to share. I brought this amazing book with me that I wanted to read for you from. But let's see. I had now a very interesting conversation with a friend of mine, a person that I know already for many years. He is not Jewish, and he came from a Christian background, and he's a fantastic man of faith. Like, he's a real believer. Like, he believes in good, and we had a conversation on some topic that I thought it will be very interesting for you guys to hear and to listen. And then I will discuss another topic that is also very important to me, and I want to share my thoughts about it with you as well. So the first thing that I wanted to say is that the Christianity is a faith that is based on, like, the main thing in Christianity that you will say is Jesus. Like, okay, the people that believes in Christianity, they follow Jesus. And if you have the New Testament and the books that been written that are describing a certain path, and the Christians, they're following it. The Islam, the Muslims, they follow the Quran, the wisdom that's been revealed by Muhammad, that they consider him as their prophet, and to his light they are being pulled and following him. Now, Jewish people, they're following the Bible, the original handwrite that been given to us by Moses, and we have the Talmud. Talmud is a bunch of rules and testimonies and stories that been given to us by righteous people that lived around 2,000 years ago, and a generation that is called the generation of the Tanaim. And the Tanaim, they gave their wisdom to the next generation that is called the generation of the Amoraim. And those two generations, they established for us the oral Torah, the Torah that been passed from one righteous man to the other, and they wrote it down for us, and by that gave us the sets of rules that the Orthodox Jewish people are following, or at least supposed to follow. Now, there is something very deep in the differences between the religions, and I want to put the mark on it. I feel like I want to speak about that topic today and to say something about it that is very important to me. And it's that really most of us, the people, we don't really know, and we're not really connected in our mind, in our awareness, to the real history. What really took place 3,000 years ago, or 2,000 years ago, or 500 years ago. We are basing our faith on stories, on tradition that we heard from our teachers. And to ask a Christian person to drop his faith is not something that is logic. Like, why? What are you talking about? Like, my ancestors for years are following that kind of teaching. Now go and tell him, listen, it's not true. Jesus was not that person that you think he was. Like, you're talking to a wall. Like, give me a proof. Like, your opinion about him, or bringing a certain handwrite that will describe him in a negative way, it will not supply the answer to his faith. Like, you're not gonna shake all the stability of all the stories and bedtime stories that he heard as a child, and the lullaby songs that he heard before going to sleep, and Sunday school, and the amazing teacher he had in Sunday school. Like, you cannot take his faith and just throw it to the garbage just because you think he's wrong, because you're Jewish or because you're Muslim. It's so what is the right advice? Because really there is only one truth. There cannot be that Jesus, he is the Messiah, Muhammad, he is the Messiah, King David, he is the Messiah. Like, something is wrong here. What is the answer? The answer must be that any person can access the true wisdom of the Creator's existence, to know him and to find him in his life, and to find a way to establish a relationship that is based on communication with the Creator, that the Creator himself will provide you with the truth. And every person in the universe, as long as he alive, he has this inner connection through his soul to that divine source of life. And if he will be a person of truth, really to desire the truth and really to ask for it with all his heart, he will find the answer. Me, as a different person, cannot come to you and tell you what the real truth is. Only when you're going to find it inside of yourself, it will be the answer to your questions. It will guide you in the path of truth. And no one can come and force you to a certain belief, because in spirituality, you cannot force. You cannot force a spirit. A spirit is a live thing. It's something that you receive. It's something that if you deserve to have, so you can enjoy from it. You can also share it with others. But if they really will enjoy it as well and will receive it from you, it depends in their merit. It depends in how much they are also dedicated to the truth and how much they desire the real truth. There was a very famous righteous man. His name was the Rambam, Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon. And he said that also the Christians' faith in Jesus and also the Muslims' faith in Muhammad are carrying inside of them something very, very good, even though that he himself, the Rambam, was not a Jesus fan or a Muhammad's fan at all. He didn't thought that they were prophets at all. He thought that they were not reflecting the real prophecy from heaven. He thought that it was a mistake to follow Jesus, and he thought that it was a mistake to follow Muhammad, but he found a very deep quality, a very important thing in it that had been given to the world by the Creator through them, through Jesus and through Muhammad. And what is that? It's that ability of their followers to accept the face of the real Messiah. By following him, if it's Jesus or if it's Muhammad, or even by following someone that you will say, you know what, he's the real Mashiach, the real Messiah. Okay, let's say that you are Jewish and you think to yourself, you know what, I don't believe in Jesus, I don't believe in Muhammad, I believe that one of the children of King David, one of his seed, one of his legacy, he will be the Messiah. Okay, great, that's your faith, no problem, beautiful. Even that faith in a potential Messiah is qualifying you. It gives you the power that when the Messiah will come, you will be able to recognize him. You will be able to enjoy his light. So for me, as a person, if someone is telling me, look, I'm Christian, I believe in Jesus, like, so, okay, like, I don't mind, I don't care. Maybe it's not my faith, maybe I don't believe in him, but it doesn't challenge me, it doesn't put me in a battle with him because it's his faith. Because I'll tell you why. If now, let's say we're talking about Abraham, so I might imagine Abraham as a tall and blonde person. You can describe for yourself Abraham as a short and very healthy, with wide shoulders, black hair, long mustache, long beard Abraham. Another person with a different background will think to himself that Abraham had a dark skin face, like the Africans, like that, like for him Abraham is, of course, Abraham was dark skin, like there's no other way. Every person imagine Abraham in his mind in a way that relates to him. So, and I will love Abraham, and you will love Abraham, and he will love Abraham, and we're all gonna love him, and we're thinking about a different person. In our mind, for me, Abraham is the man of grace. For you, Abraham is the main believer. For you, Abraham was that one that was able to break the idols and all foreign faith and to reject the world and fight with everyone. For him, Abraham is someone else in his mind. Now, we can still follow him, and we can still believe in him, and we can still enjoy his wisdom and his light, even though we think about someone totally else. Now, if you're gonna ask me if Jesus was the true, or if Muhammad was the true prophet, I'll tell you, I don't care. Like, it's not important to me at all. I'll tell you why. Because I think that anyway, in any situation, if people are trying to be good people, and they're trying to be honest, and by their learning they are trying to see how to increase good in the world, and how to become better people, and how to be nicer to each other, and how to reveal their good attributes, and how to make the world a safer place, and a nicer place. And so then they achieved their goal of following that man. But if it corrupts them, So it doesn't matter who they follow, if it makes them evil people, if it makes them violent people, if it makes them cruel people, if it makes them disgusting people. So then it's disgusting. No matter if they're following a Jewish rabbi or they're following a Christian priest or Jesus himself, they don't really follow Jesus. They don't really follow Muhammad. They don't really follow that. They're just people that are choosing to be evil. And I think that that's what that matters in this world. Instead of why a person always need to go and try to change other people. No, Jesus, no, Muhammad, no, why? Why in the first place you are in a battle? Why you're in a fight? I think that you're in a fight because your faith is not strong enough to protect itself. You're not stable in your own faith, so you must fight to bring evidence, to bring proof that the other side is wrong. And then, oh, I feel good. At least I don't follow that foreign faith now. Now I'm relaxed. Now, at least I'm not like them. That's not real faith. That's not real belief. A real belief is that you find your belief, is that you recognize who you are, and you understand what your mission on earth is, and that you try to go all the way with your belief, and you go and you try to open the eyes of people to find the life spirit inside of them. I think that's what faith is all about. To find the Creator lives inside of you. Not to follow a certain method based on certain fear. Now, I'm Jewish and I consider myself Orthodox. What does it mean even? I'm not so sure, but I'm trying to follow all the rules and to keep all the Jewish rules and to do as much as I'm able to all the time, in all the holidays. And we're even keeping 2 days now of Shavuot in the US. In outside of Israel, so Jewish people are keeping 2 days of every holiday instead of one, because of a certain doubt in the counting of the days, whatever. It's a deep concept. So without questioning and without doubting, it's a simple rule. And we started after being here 1 year in the US. That's the halakha, that's the rule. We checked the halakha, we found out that's the answer. You need to keep those 2 days. We're keeping the 2 days. So I'm with no doubt belong to a certain stream that is based on the mainstream of Judaism, keeping the Shulchan Aruch and following the rules of the Jewish house. But for me, that's not the main thing in life. If you're going to ask me, okay, now why aren't you talking about keeping Shabbat? Why aren't you talking about eating kosher? Why aren't you talking about because I don't think that this is the main thing in life. I'm Jewish. I feel myself connected to my Judaism and I'm willing to be observant and to follow the rules that have been given to us by God. That's my belief. But I don't think that is my lifeline. I don't think that this is what it gives me the power to cross the hardest hours of my life. I don't think that this is what it gives life to my boat from sinking, to keep on sailing. I think that the fact that I'm a person of truth and that in my house, my family, my wife and I were always desiring to be good and to be honest and sincere with each other, I think that gives us much more power than the fact that we're keeping Shabbat. And we're keeping every Shabbat, and we're keeping Shabbat in a very strict way and in an orthodox way, and we're not neglecting no rule, and everything is by the book. But in the end of the day, ask me what saved your life. Was it the Shabbat, or it was the fact that you're trying to respect your family and respect your wife and listen to what she has to say, or all the rest of the things that are my character lines? I'm gonna tell you for sure that working on being a good person gave me much more than keeping Shabbat. And Shabbat is beautiful. Shabbat is beautiful. But so what? Many things in this world are beautiful. The sky is beautiful, Shabbat is beautiful, many things, like to have families, to go for hiking, to work, to be able to support your family, to be able to pay your rent. Like those are amazing things as well. Like to pray is beautiful, to have good friends is amazing, to have a family, like amazing things in life. Yeah, Shabbat is amazing thing. But ask me what saved your life. Ask me, why am I going and teaching Emunah? Why am I going and teaching faith? Why I called my project the Emunah project and not the Shabbat project? Because the Emunah saved my life. Because what is Emunah? Emunah is, Emun is coming from the word trust. That you're an honest, a trustful person, someone you can trust, a truthful person, that you're a loyal person. That is a life-saving thing. That I know about myself, that I'm a person that is seeking for that faith, faith in humans. My trust in humans, in human beings, been hurt, been destroyed so many times. Like people that I adored, people that I admired, people that I respected with no end. They betrayed my trust in horrible ways. They literally destroyed my confidence in human beings in the worst way of them all. I cannot, like, hopefully one day will be recovered, but as for now, like, it's gone. Can't trust people. Now, if I saw that something gave me life, something stabilized my life again, something brought me back to be able to function and something gave me power to survive and to hold on. So I'm passing that torch to my students. I'm sharing that wisdom with my friends. I'm not going to talk about things that are less important than the life-saving advice that I can come up with. So I want to say about this topic, and with that we're gonna finish the first topic of tonight's conversation, is that really when you see someone that is different than you, even if something very basic in his faith is contradicting your faith, you don't need to see in that a challenge or a problem. You need to see in that an evidence to his background. That's where he came from. Those are the stories that he been told when he was a child. That's his environment. On that, they're talking over there in their place. But me, I'm looking into his spirit. Like, I want to be friend with you. Like, with no connection to you. Okay, you want to worship him. You want to follow that. Like, okay, so whatever. But can we be friends? Like, with no connection to who the Messiah is. Like, when the real Messiah will come, all of us gonna nullify ourselves to him. Like, it's gonna be simple. Like, everyone will believe in him. Like, he will be the king of human beings. Like, he will be our leader. He will take us to Jerusalem. Like, he will be the man. Like, he'll be the one. Like, he's gonna be so fantastic. He's gonna be so heroic. He's gonna be so noble. He's gonna be so bright and wise and funny and attractive. Like, he gonna take us all. Like, we all gonna just follow him. Like, he will be so beautiful. He's gonna be so talented and gifted and charming. Like, all the qualities he's gonna have. Like, who gonna think like, oh no, like, no, there were not gonna be no more doubts anymore. Like, everyone will go. Like, it's like, so people that were expecting and hoping for the real Messiah to come, they, like, immediately they're gonna link, they're gonna connect, they're gonna say, that's the man, that's him. So some gonna say, oh wow, so it's Jesus. No, no, it's not Jesus, it's him. Oh, okay, it's him, great, like whatever. Oh, it's Muhammad. No, it's not Muhammad, it's him. Oh, all right, so it's him, great. Like, if you're a truth seeker, you're gonna follow the light. And if you ask me, there is a lot of light in all the books, in all the methods, in all the, like, because it's been written, you know, it's been written by people. Like many of the books have been written by people. And those people, they had hopes. And those hopes that they wrote, like, were honest desires. So the fact that they had their vision or their understanding that they are talking about the right Messiah and his name was Jesus or his name was Muhammad or his name was I don't know who, and I couldn't care also who, they assumed that they're talking about him, but really what that they were expressing in their hopes was their desire for good. Like they were hoping that a Redeemer will come, that someone nice will come, that someone will come to help them, that someone will come and heal them, that someone... No. They claim that it's him, and they claim that it's him, and he's claiming that it's someone else. Like, okay, so whomever it's gonna be, welcome, you're welcome, welcome. Redeem us, please, help us, we need a salvation. The other thing that I wanted to discuss and I wanted to talk about is relationship between men and women. This is a very, very sensitive topic, and I already gave a very powerful speech about it once that made a lot of noise in the world. And after I gave that class, I had to clarify to some ignorant rabbis that didn't have a drop of sense in their brain of what the true halakha, the real true Jewish rule about relationship between man and a woman and his wife. And I had to record an halachic, means Jewish, by the book of Shulchan Aruch explanation for my previous conversation. That class is called Jewish Sex, and the second video on that topic is called, it's an audio recording of my answers to that ignorant rabbi, that is called Jewish Sex 2. It's an explanation. So I suggest for all you guys to watch those two videos, the first one and the explanation on it. That brings sources and explanation. But the main thing that I want to say is that to force yourself on your wife and to force her to do certain things that are not according to her will is a prohibition, is a violation of the covenant, and is not in no way the right path and the right direction. Never, ever, ever to, I think you say no, I don't know, compose, I don't know, oppose yourself, I don't know. Maybe someone on the Facebook Live can oppose, how you say that word? To force yourself on someone else. That is the main violation of relationship. Impose, thank you so much. That's a YouTube comment, thank you. Impose yourself. You're not allowed to impose yourself on no one ever in this world. When you're doing that, you're showing by that how disconnected you are from your friend, how low and selfish and self-centered you are. And there is a concept that is called mikveh night. And people are talking about mikveh night and saying that it's a mitzvah to be together in mikveh night. And many women that doesn't feel like being with their men from many reasons that must be accepted and must be respected, are being forced to this mikveh night relationship because of a certain method that certain rabbis or people are misguiding their followers to force women to impose women to relationship. Now, the relationship between a man and a woman in the Bible is being called mitzvat onata. What is the meaning of that mitzvat onata? The relationship, the intimate relationship between a man and a woman. That is called mitzvat onata. Onata, the word onata means her time. And the Torah is saying that a man is not allowed not to be there for her when it's her time, when she wants him. Lo tigra onata. So, if your wife, she's pure and she wants the husband to be with her, so you're not allowed to say no, and you should do the best that you can to be there for her and with her. That's the mitzvah. Now, again, if there is an issue with your health or with your mood or with your mind or something that holds you back from being able, so it's okay. It's something to talk about. You can apologize, you can explain yourself. No, you cannot, you are not being forced to do something that is above your power, above your ability. Like that in any other mitzvah, a person needs to give charity. He needs to give meiser money, 10% of his income. But if that person has debts, if he doesn't have enough money, so he's exempt from that mitzvah. Why you're exempt from that mitzvah? Because it's not in your power to keep that mitzvah. But you're not rejecting that mitzvah. You're not saying, no, I don't want to keep that mitzvah. You're just realizing and admitting, facing the truth that you're not able to keep that mitzvah. So, in the time that by the rules of the Torah, your wife, she's pure, and she wants to be with you, if you are able to be with her, physically, emotionally, you must be with her. The Torah is commanding you to do the best that you can to be with her. That's where the mitzvah starts, and that's where the mitzvah finished. Except of that, there is an obligation on men to bring children. So a woman that is getting married with a man, she is getting into that relationship with that understanding that she's willing to conceive, that she's willing to have children with him, because it's an obligation on the men to bring children to the world. And women are being blessed with that as well when they are married to. Now, there is no place where it's written, there is no place that it's written that men supposed to force or to demand or to ask or to express their needs in that aspect of life. That's not a mitzvah. There is no place that a man can demand to have physical relationship from his wife. That's a violation of the mitzvah. Because by demanding it, you are forcing her to do something that is not in her time, that is against her will. So by doing it, you are yourself breaking the real intention of the Creator of you being together out of joy, out of mutual respect and pleasure and fun. It must come out only out of a goodwill. Now, in the Shulchan Aruch, in the Jewish rule book of rules that had been written by Rabbi Yosef Karo, the author of Shulchan Aruch, it's written that only if the man feels that he is about to sin, means that he cannot hold himself anymore and his lusts are overpowering him and he's not able to control himself any longer, so then he's allowed to try to attempt to convince his wife for a relationship, but of course not to force her. He's only allowed to try to make it happen between them out of his will, because he wants it to happen. When he feels that he cannot hold himself anymore and he is about to do something that for sure will be a violation of the covenant, he will have, they call it zera lebatala, that his sperm will be spilled for no reason outside, not in the path of Kedusha, not in the way of holiness, just outside, like masturbating or, God forbid, or going to be, God forbid, with another woman, or a prostitute, God forbid, or any other thing that is very foreign and very, very against the path of purity, of having peace and harmony between the couple and love and appreciation between them. If that man finds himself so lost and so trapped in his lust, in his confusions, so then he is permitted to try to make something happen between him and his wife from his end, from his side, to try to convince her for that, to try to talk to her, to try to be more nice, more polite, to offer something to her. But again, only to try to wake up her desire in him, that she will want to be with him. Because in the end of the day, in every way, no matter where and how and when, if she doesn't want to be with him, and she was, so the Shulchan Aruch, Rabbi Yosef Karo, is calling the children that can come out of that act Bnei Anusa, children of a raped woman. Means that when a woman been forced to sexual relationship, intimate relationship with her husband, by her husband, but she been forced to it, it's an aspect of a rape. And this is something that unfortunately our society is horribly far away from. And it comes to a horrible place when a lot of men are doing horrible things to their wives and forcing them to forbidden relationships. You can see I barely even able to look at the camera when I'm talking about that. I feel so shy and embarrassed to talk about those concepts. It's not something that we need to talk about even, but I've been exposed. I heard from a few of my students on certain things that are troubling, that are horrible. A woman that already set time for divorce from her husband, and the people that are guiding them told her that she still need to be with him even after she already decided, and like they all accepted her claims and decided to give her a get, and then she will divorce him. And I don't want to say even like rabbis, but they forced her, for like not physically, but like guiding them that she should continue having relationship with him, even that they are on that path of divorce. She will never go back to him. She doesn't want to be with him. She can't bear staying by his side. And someone decided to tell her that it's more important that he will have relationship than that she will not be violated. I cannot accept it. Like I hate it with all my heart. I'm embarrassed to be part of something like that. If I am, as a teacher, as a mentor, as a Jewish person, if there is something that I can do, and probably this is why I'm making this video, to express with all my heart the fact that to force and to impose, we said, relationship is something very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. That is not part of our way to keep the Jewish rules and to follow the voice of Torah. The voice of Torah, the voice of Hashem, the heavenly voice of the Creator, is mainly and based only on honor, on respect, on love, on creating harmony between the souls, between people, true friendships, and real beautiful relationship between the couple, and building and establishing houses that will be so praiseworthy because of the good manners and polites. So with a heavy heart, we're gonna move forward, and women must express themselves and not to be downgraded by strong and powerful or offensive or abusive men. And also men in their place should never let someone abuse them and erase their identity. We as people must fight for ourselves and fight for each other. And like I said before, to go and to wave flag of Judaism against the flag of Christianity, the flag of I don't know what, this is all nonsense. If you really want to play a role in this lifetime for the side of good, so join the kingship of goodness, become a better person, do the best that you can as a soul to help as many people as you can, to protect the weak, to support the poor, to heal the sick, to embrace those ones that have been left out and to bring them back in. and to show your love and to show the good qualities that have been given and treasured in you by the Creator for the sake of goodness to be revealed in the world. And then it will come true. And then all our dreams will be fulfilled and all our prayers will be answered and all the amazing things will just take place and fall into place in a moment. It's in our hands to bring the redemption. From this fantastic book, I'm gonna probably read for you in a different time. It's an amazing things are written. Pray for me that I'll have more time to share more and more with you guys. And Bezat Hashem, with the help of heaven, only good things will take place in our lives. And never to do anything not in honesty and not in an open and revealed way. Always just to be open, always just to be nice and kind. And from heaven they're gonna assist us to fulfill our dreams, and that all of our hopes and holy desires will come true to life in our days. Amen. Thank you guys.